So is there a good or bad day of the week to trade? How do you determine that? Why do I only run courses on a Monday and Tuesday? Why don't I do them at the weekend? If you want to find out, watch the rest of this video. If you want instant access to new videos as they're uploaded, then please click on the subscribe button. Also, don't forget to comment on the videos. And if you're interested in learning more about BetAngel, visit betangel.com today and download a free trial. So are there good days of the week to trade? Well, yes, there are, is the short answer. Basically, when you look at sports markets, they tend to exhibit a very strong bias around certain days of the week and certain times of the year and so on and so forth. And that's just the general sports cycle. So it's not like a financial market where every day is more or less the same. It's graded according to the quality of the sports events that's going on. And as you probably already know you're not going to see a major final or event take place on a Monday or a Tuesday. You will see it take place at the weekend. And that's because sports are public facing. So, one of the downsides of this from a trading perspective is a lot of the peak sports events occur at unfashionable times. So, you may be regarded as a bit of a loner when you're sat behind your computer, busy trading something when everybody else is out enjoying the sun. But that's the life of the sports trader. You have to take the opportunity when it's there. If you look at this time of year, we've got an interesting situation occurring because, on Mondays and Tuesdays, as I mentioned in the blog, on the racing, you only get 2 cards on a Monday and a Tuesday. So as I indicated on the blog, those are days where you may want to do some research, look at previous trading videos that you've recorded, to try and create some new automation, do something, use that time imaginatively. And what I do is I alternate that in the summer with doing all of that, but also doing courses. And the reason that I do that is because I know that the opportunity cost on a Monday and Tuesday is not going to be significant to me. Now and again, I really miss a good day, and that means it's uneconomic for me to do a course. But in the scheme of things, on a Monday and a Tuesday, I can afford to do that. The payoff is more or less balanced. But say, for example, that I was trying to do a course tomorrow being Derby Day, that would be absolutely, completely ludicrous because we've got the Derby on, we've got the Oaks on today, we've got the Derby on tomorrow. And if you look at my previous results at the Derby, I have managed to get £1,000 out of the Derby in previous years, and I have generally pulled out pretty good results. So we're talking about £1,000 tax-free from just one race tomorrow. Goodness knows what we could do in some of the other races. I may completely flunk it. I may get nothing out of the Derby tomorrow. But I know that there's a really good chance that I will earn good money from that. Not only just from the Derby, but from all of the racing that's taking place tomorrow. But also, when you look at the overall racing card, it always tends to peak on a Saturday. So I've got the spreadsheet up here, and I'll put a graph up somewhere over here. Let's see if I can frame this. There you go. If you look at that graph, what it's telling you is that as the week progresses, basically it gets better and better. So what I've done here is this is normalized volume. So what I've done is I've adjusted for all of the odd factors that could occur and then rebased it so that it's normalized, so that you can compare one day with another and one race with another. But you can see basically it gets better as the week goes on. And that makes perfect sense because, obviously people are going to, all the stadiums for various sports events are going to want people to pack them out at the weekend. And therefore, that's when the trading opportunity peaks as well. You get a massive surge of liquidity and volume on a Saturday. And therefore, you need to be behind your desk doing it. It wouldn't make any economic sense for me not to be behind my desk. I'm sure if I ran a course on a Saturday, it would probably be a bit more popular. But I couldn't do it. It's just too expensive. It's just not possible to do it. But also, if you look on Saturday, we've got the Champions League final. So that's going to be massive as well. So, I'm going to be up first thing on Saturday morning, working all the way through the day and into the evening to try and earn as much as I can. And if I look at the proportion of where my profits come from in the market, it's always geared around the weekend. Now, it follows the graph, basically. As we go through the week, I get the opportunity to earn more and more money. And on a Saturday, it's an absolute boom, a slam dunk. I know that I will do well on a Saturday. It's just a question of how well will I do. But certainly on days like tomorrow, where we've got the Derby and the Champions League final, that has the potential to be absolutely huge. So I will be nose to the screen here, doing the best I can to squeeze what I can out of the market. And we've also got the women's final at the French Open tennis. So, more opportunity, and I haven't even included cricket yet. So you can see there's just enormous amounts of stuff over there. So when you get into this period, and it's seasonal as well, so June is a huge period. If you look at the detail on this spreadsheet, I've plotted it by day of the week, hour, and also by the month, so you can see where the key stuff is. Often I'll comment on it. I'll say, oh, this looks bad today, this doesn't look very interesting, this looks great. And if you prod me, then very often I'll be able to offer you a comment on what I think of the day's action in front of us and whether there's an opportunity there. But I go to that level of detail because I know if I have a good Saturday, I will definitely have a good week, and 4 good Saturdays will be a brilliant month. But if I miss a Monday or a Tuesday in the summer when there are only 2 cards on, I could miss a really good day. But on the balance of things, it's probably not going to be too much hassle. I'm not really going to cry over that. I can afford to discard that, and it's not going to impact my overall performance that much. But missing a Saturday would be catastrophic. So when you're trading sports, it's important to look at the sports calendar, see when all the peak events are, understand that cycle, and then you can target specifically events where the opportunity is going to be greatest. And if you want to know when that is, typically that's on a Saturday. But as the week progresses, it gets better and better. So if you're going to take any time off, or you're going to do anything other than trading, then you probably want to skew that towards the front end of the week. But there you go, there's a quick summary of that. There is actually an awful lot of detail, huge amounts of detail I could go into, but hopefully that's given you a clue as to when is the best time to trade and when you shouldn't trade. If you're interested in learning more about BetAngel, visit betangel.com and download a free trial today.